Today we'll discuss about a very hot topic called inflation. Inflation means general level of pricing going up, more money required to buy the same goods. There are three types of inflation. First is demand pull inflation. The demand pull inflation happens when people are buying at a very faster rate than it is produced, resulting in an increased price. Second is cost push inflation. Cost push inflation happens when the cost of making goods increases. Obviously, the manufacturer will increase price to make profit. So the third is wage push inflation. Wage push inflation, as the name indicates, when the wages increase to pay the higher wages, the manufacturer charges more. This results in inflation. Will inflation keep growing at present rate? We'll see. With India developing and it is on the path of progress, GDP is on a rise, inflation will stabilize and inflation will gradually fall. So, this is what happened in many Western countries. When the countries started developing and it developed, the inflation actually came very low. So, inflation will stabilize in India and it will come down. This is a inflation price. Let us say in 1990 the vada pav rate was 1 rupee. Today the vada pav rate is 15 rupees. With the inflation is 9.5%. If you assume the same inflation for 30 years, the vada pav rate after 30 years it will be 228 rupees. Will you pay around 250 rupees to buy a vada pav? No, the answer is no. So the actual cost or the correct price of a vada pav, even after 20-30 years, it will be around 30 rupees to 50 rupees per vada pav. If you see petrol, it is 15 rupees per liter in 1990. Today it is 100 rupees. The inflation is 6.5%. If you assume the same inflation for 30 years, the cost will be 661 rupees per liter. Will you drive a car by putting 660 rupees petrol? And the answer will be no. So the correct price of petrol, even after 20-30 years, it will be around 200 to 300 rupees per liter, 200 to 250 rupees. Dal, if you say in 1990 it was 10 rupees, today rate is 100 rupees. The inflation is 8%. If you assume the same 8% inflation for 30 years, the dal rate will be 1000 rupees. We will stop eating dal if it is 1000 rupees. The correct price is 200 to 250 rupees. In India, we have not seen the correct prices as of now. That is why inflation is so high. When there is a correct price, inflation will stabilize and it will fall. Our country's inflation in 1970, 1980, it was 11.35, 1990 it was 8.97. If you see average, it is around 5 to 6% is the inflation rate. If you see worldwide inflation, in US, the highest inflation was in 1980, it was 20%. Today, the inflation rate is 2.46% because it is developed. The interest rate in FD of US is only 0.6%. Japan, if you see the interest rate, inflation highest was 9%. Today it is 0.35%. The interest rate, FD rate per year, it is 0.05%. If you see any developed countries, even if you see UK, the inflation, highest inflation was 17%. Today it is only 2%. So India today, if you see the highest was 11.5%. If you see the average of last 4 years, it is only 4.7%. So this is the average inflation for last 4 years from 2017 to 2021. So what will happen? The inflation will come down. It will not only come down, not only inflation, the interest rate, the FD rate will also come down drastically. So both will come down together as the country develops, as the GDP increases. So how to beat inflation? As we now agree that inflation will stabilize and eventually fall, the cost of living will be moderate and can easily taken care by investment which gives moderate returns in range of 5 to 6%. So the point is there is absolutely no need to panic or no need to invest in high risk investment like equity to beat inflation. This means that an investment which gives you guaranteed return of 5 to 6%, It is enough to take care of your future needs, and you need not worry about inflation eating away your money. So don't be in a race only to beat inflation through only taking risk. There are other ways, good ways to beat inflation. First is start saving more. I suggest a person who is uh, earning around 1 lakh rupees, he should save or invest minimum 30 to 40% of his income. Start early. The second thing is start early. I don't say a person who is 40 years, you should have started very early. But okay, even now you can start, and you can start now. Starting now is very important. Start early. Uh, Always keep increasing your savings. Your savings should be increased. I see many people, when the income is 1 lakh rupees per month, they save around 15,000. When the income becomes 2 lakh, even then they save only 15,000 rupees. They are actually, it should have become 30,000 rupees minimum. So you should start increasing your savings or investments, and invest in lifetime guaranteed plans, which is very very important. uh, as we saw, this is what will beat inflation, or this is what will give you, even if you get 5 to 6% guaranteed return for your lifetime, this will take care of your inflation, because at that point of time the interest rate will be 1%, and you'll be getting 5 to 6%. This will beat inflation. So only risking your investment is not the solution to beat inflation. These are the four things: start saving more, start early, always keep increasing your savings, invest in lifetime guaranteed plans. We have in LIC we have many lifetime guaranteed plans like Jivan Akshay, Jivan Shanti, and one more called Jivan Umang. Invest in these kind of plans so that this will take care of inflation in future. So please subscribe this channel, like button, please press like button, and share it to your friends. Okay, and please comment. If you have any good comments or bad comments, you can comment. Please do, and take care. Thank you.